filming you guys right now, so say something funny.
What?
See that? It's kids. Currently on a field trip at the Citadel in Amman. It's just chaos. Look at all of them. Right, hello. It is a rainy day in Amman today. The first time in, I think a couple months, but it's been an interesting day. Anyway, I'm back. Anyway, I'm back with another vlog about the week, and a lot has gone on this week, so I'm just gonna do my intro thingy now. I will give you a quick rundown of what we've been doing, because in this video I actually mostly want to discuss field trips. Alright, so grade 6s, we've been doing in math, we're just learning how to multiply and divide decimals. Some students are having trouble with even the concept of a decimal, so I'm definitely having to explain that a little bit more to students, and I'm not quite sure. I haven't been dividing the class in terms of level, but I've been giving some work, and those that need to catch up, they can kind of just sit with me while the other students do work. That's been working so far. Again, I'm not sure if that's like best practices or anything, but it's going okay. Science, we're still building our planes, and we were supposed to test them today, but the old weather isn't so great, so that's not happening, and the kids were super bummed. But from what I see, a lot less of them are falling with style, and they're actually gliding now. Some are still running into the same problems, so I think we really need to focus more on the application of knowledge. That's really what I'm trying to get them to do. Then in social studies, we have our class election on Thursday, and it's gonna be good, man. I'm really impressed with some of the platforms that are coming out. The political party logos look great. We've been really focusing on democracy and what is democracy this year. Should be cool. Okay, now I did want to vlog about field trips, because we've taken a bunch this past couple weeks. So it's weird, the education ministry in Jordan, they don't let you go for field trips after November 15th, because I think it's because it's the winter and they think it's just too cold and it might be unsafe for students. Yeah, I don't really understand it. You know, that's just how it be. The first field trip, we were supposed to go to the Canadian embassy, but I guess there was a miscommunication between the school and the embassy, and the school thought the entire school could go, but that wasn't the case. Only like 3 classes could go, and my class got banned, I guess, because they weren't so good at their instruments quite yet, but they're still working on it. Then we actually went to the downtown Citadel in Amman, which includes like the Temple of Hercules and this big citadel from, I forget where it's from. I should know this. Basically, the Citadel was sort of an ancient city, and it's really cool because we sort of took the students through history. It begins and ends in certain periods. Like it's really cool. It's like you're walking through history. Basically, it starts with the Temple of Hercules, and you got like a Byzantine church, and then you move on to like the Citadel, which was ruled under like the Umayyads. You see them go through like several religions. First, it was like the old Roman mythology, and then through Christianity and the Byzantine Empire, and then through Islam. And then the next field trip we went to was an art gallery, Jordanian National Gallery. It's actually pretty cool. It's got like one building on this side, big old park, and then another building, like another gallery. And let me tell you, there's nothing funnier than kids, 12-year-old kids just commenting about fine art. They don't quite get the meaning behind it yet, so a lot of it was just students making jokes. Yeah, I know. Here we are at another field trip, and here's my ugliest students. We're all trying to decipher this, because even my Arabic students can't read Arabic.
Like every sound.
So I guess it's old Arabic, like classic Arabic.
It's like, yeah, it's like.
My laziest students, being lazy again. Okay, let's finish this vlog up. I think it's been about a couple weeks since I filmed that first part you just saw, so I should probably finish my thoughts on these field trips. Basically what I want to drive home, field trips are interesting because, I should actually preface this with saying that learning is interesting, and learning does not just occur in schools, obviously. And field trips in schools are a great opportunity to have kids experience something and tie that into their learning, experiential learning. Now that, to me, is what can make or break a field trip. And for whatever reason, I didn't organize these field trips, but when we went to the Citadel or the art museum, there unfortunately wasn't really some type of tour or a guide there that could engage the kids more. In fact, in the ruins, we kind of just ran around, and there were a bunch of kids climbing on 1,000-year-old stones and pillars. But literally every other single school was doing that. So I'm not sure, I guess that's just how it is. Actually, in one point, I noticed the kids were all around an area, so I came to join them and look at some of the ruins. And then 5 seconds later, I noticed they were actually inside a fenced off area. Great due diligence, MrChris. So yeah, that kind of freaked me out a little bit. So basically the Citadel, we just kind of ran around. I tried my best to sort of take them on a impromptu tour. Out this way. Let's go. There's more to see. Let's go. We will. But I knew very little of the place, so I was literally just kind of reading the signs they had posted and saying to the kids, ah yes, this is the water pit that was used in 500 BC. Literally just reading and telling them, but they thought it was really cool and it was kind of a cool tour. I just wish there, you know, if we could connect them with an expert or something, that would have been awesome. Our museum was a little bit better. We actually had some of the students bring sketchbooks and they had an exhibition by this guy named Jimmy Engineer. Great name. But he had this really cool, all these different sketches having to do with the 1947 partition of Pakistan. I don't know why I was at the museum, but the students brought sketchbooks and just sort of drew. Now I'm not sure what the art teacher was doing with that. I think it was part of the field trip, but again, it would have been awesome if the museum maybe could have provided something to bring our students through, because the learning would have been more impactful in my opinion. Yeah, but overall it was really fun to sort of get the kids out there. I think they were getting kind of like a cabin fever in the school. Anyway, we're about 1 week out from the Christmas holidays where I'm flying back to Canada, so we'll see if I get another vlog in before I leave. Or the next one might be on a plane, maybe in an airport, or probably back in Canada, so we'll see. I'll hopefully wrap up the semester and everything else, and maybe one big reflection piece. And just as a final update to catch everyone up, since it's been such a long time since I filmed that first part, because I'm an excellent vlogger. Yeah, it's not working out so good. But grade 6s, we just finished our airplane design project. Took about a month, and it was really great. I've yet to mark those reports, and now we're sort of taking the big skills we learned from that big project, and students are applying it independently in a parachute design project. We actually went from a really complicated task to a simpler task, so hopefully they'll be able to master this simpler task. And I think it's really good. A lot of their blueprints have blown me away, even for something as simple as a parachute. They're much more detailed. The drawings are much more accurate than I've expected, so that's been awesome. Math, we're moving on to fractions, mixed and improper fractions. We just did a quiz the other day, just kind of catching them up, reviewing what they already know. Now we're starting the new stuff. And in social studies, we were looking at the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, yay! Which basically means a lot of big words that the kids don't know yet, and I have to explain. But I'm trying my best with that one. That one's actually given me a bit of trouble, just because the level of understanding in terms of English is really hindering some of the stuff we want to talk about. But I'm trying to adapt and design my lessons to be as universal as possible. Anyway, that's it for this sort of two-partish vlog. And as always, thank you for watching.